एकदम चलिए आइए.
सर फोटो सर एक फोटो
do the concert launch as well. We would also like to thank Phoenix Marketing for all their inputs, without which this would not have been possible. RB Finance, Divine Solitaire, Seagrams, and Big FM. And I would also like to congratulate Hangama for releasing the album. This is surely going to be a jewel in your repertoire. Now, briefly talking about the two legends who are here, I'll take this opportunity to say something which has been very, very personally associated with Pankaj and Sunil both. The legend who's here, Pankaj has never had a chance to say that how I was introduced to your singing. Would you believe that in my college days in Bangalore,
I'll request Sunil to felicitate the artist. Ghazal and music from Delhi.
Good evening, everybody. This really is a huge honor for me to be invited to release Pankaj's latest album. I, like all sports persons, I'm a huge follower of music. Without music, in fact, life isn't complete. We all have our different likes and dislikes. The genre of music that you like can vary in your lifetime. When you're young, you might, when you're a teenager, your life could be something else, and maybe as you grow older, it is something else. But Ghazals have been my favorite, I think ever since I remember listening to music. I have to confess, of course, that I didn't understand every word of what came about. But that's because I think you have to understand Urdu to a great extent, and so it wasn't always able to understand. But the lyrics, the tunes were always so good to listen to. It relaxed you, and sometimes in a tense situation, if you even thought about a particular song, it helped you to relax. I know that in the dressing room of the cricket team, music is always played. Music is always played, maybe not very loud, but softly, just to be able to have a relaxed atmosphere, for people to sort of feel a little less tense, if one might say so, because sometimes the demands, the pressures can be tremendous. Therefore, I think music is a part of just about every sportsman's life. Today, if you see, in our days, we didn't have the big headphones. We hardly had anything. We had, our days were the cassette days, starting with the radio, and then the cassette came in, and then all the other. Now we're talking about social media, which is amazing, which is fantastic actually. But that's what progress is all about, and I'm just absolutely delighted to be able to do that. Pankaj, wish you all the best. You have entertained millions, as also, so many people. You have Upindarji, Vinadji. I mean, so many people. I can't really see with the lights there, but so many of you all have entertained and given us so many hours of joy. Please, I just want to thank you all for having done that, and may you continue to do so. Pankaj, all the very best.
So like your hits, trust me, music sees no boundaries. Last but not the least, we would definitely want to hear from the Maestro himself about the album and the Holy Spirit.
Very good evening to
all here, Sunny on the stage, all my fellow musicians, fellow singers, my seniors, my contemporaries, my juniors. It's indeed a wonderful feeling to be here this evening with my not only favorite, but I would say one of my most precious in terms of my memory, most treasure in terms of my thoughts. I have a vivid memory of the year 71 when I was studying in St. Xavier's College. Incidentally, Sunny also is a Xavierite. We both come from same college. I used to live with my eldest brother, Manarji, on Warden Road. We used to live in an apartment. And obviously the apartment was not that huge, 4 or 5 bedroom apartment. It was a small apartment. And we had a small balcony which was facing the ocean. And it was during this period of Sunny's debut in West Indies. And someone like me who's been a passionate cricket fan. In fact, I've always said this and I repeat it today, that if I wasn't a singer, I would have been a cricketer for sure. I'm still ready to swap it with Sunny if he wants. I still remember that I had read about, I had heard about Sunny's tremendous performance in West Indies on his first tour of West Indies. And it was that match in Trinidad, I still remember, that I got so very excited that I decided to sleep in the balcony because of the time difference, India and West Indies time difference. And there was no television then, so obviously there was only radio commentary. So I used to sleep in the balcony. I used to put a mattress and sleep in the balcony with a transistor radio so I could listen to the commentary. And over those 4 or 5 days, I was so excited sleeping in the balcony every night, till literally awake till wee hours of morning, listening to the commentary. And I was overjoyed when Sunny scored 100 in the first inning and scored a double 100 in the second inning. And that could only happen. That could only happen because of his determination, because of his focus, because of his passion, because of his concentration. And more than that, Sunny was facing that whole battalion of pace bowlers who were like lethal, without a helmet. When you can imagine someone who's playing these bowlers without a helmet, you can't even imagine to even stand on that wicket. I think the reason for me to tell you all this is that it's these